Thompson from Ducks Illustrated.
Yeah, Coach, George Moore, super senior. What does he bring to the team with his experience, and how's he been performing actually on the offensive line without getting to ask Coach Mirabal? Sorry.
Yeah, obviously a lot of experience, a lot of maturity. Great size, physical in the run game. Is doing a nice job in pass protection. A nice, steady, calming influence to a group that's playing some young guys. So George has done a real nice job.
James Capilla, the Oregonian.
Joe, I certainly appreciate the way the game played out. It had a lot to do with this, but CJ only had 5 carries in the first half, let alone what happened in the third quarter there. So just in going forward to 2 weeks where he's had somewhat minimal opportunity, just how much of a tone setter can he be, obviously, in particular in a week against Stanford where he's had a lot of success and they're struggling a bit against the run.
Yeah, the offense certainly revolves around our ability to run the ball, and CJ's done that very successfully throughout his career. In this season, we ran 55 total offensive snaps in the game, and I think 3 in the third quarter, which resulted in 41 points and almost 400 yards. So when you're dividing 55 by 2, and then you're playing 3 different running backs, and your quarterback's going to have some carries in the game, we definitely need to make sure we're getting CJ the touches that he needs in the run game and the pass game, because he is such an explosive and dynamic playmaker. So certainly the way that, as you mentioned, the way the game played out, we didn't get him as many touches as he normally would, but yeah, the offense runs through CJ for sure.
Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
I know you guys work on like situational stuff in practice. Is there going to be more time maybe spent on how to end a half? Just seems like consecutive weeks, the first half hasn't ended probably the way anybody like.
Yeah, we do work. We work on 2-minute, throughout the week. End of half there, we did have a little momentum going and got knocked back with a penalty and didn't finish that drive off with points. I can't recall what happened the week before.
A couple sacks for Anthony, end of the first half.
A couple sacks. Yep, definitely need to work on 2 different situations: 2-minute before the half and then 2-minute end of game, and haven't been able to put points on the board in the former situation. So definitely need work on that, and hopefully we can improve on it this week.
Alvaro Torres, End Zoners.
Hi, Coach Moorhead. I hope you're having a great day. Well, my question
You too.
is, thanks. Through these first 4 games, Stanford has been more vulnerable through the run game than the passing game, and have allowed more first downs and touchdowns through the running game than passing game. Are you planning on putting a bigger emphasis on the running game for this matchup, or will you keep up your balanced approach?
Stanford's got excellent personnel. They've got a scheme that is multiple in its presentation, both front wise and coverage wise, and they have at times shown to be very stout against the run. They've had some explosive plays get out on them, which I think skews the number a little bit. And they've got some talented guys on the back end. So like always, we're going to take a balanced approach, and then have that kind of veer towards what's working during the course of the game. But I think for us to be successful, we need to continue to strive to be balanced, and then as the game wears on, gravitate towards what's working well in the game.
Max Torres, Ducks Digest.
Coach, you guys got off to a real hot start on offense against Arizona. Had that big touchdown to Jalen, getting some of that explosiveness that you're looking for. How do you kind of plan to harness that, moving forward to hopefully get that a little bit more consistently?
Yeah, we, it was good to start off the game with, that opening drive touchdown and long pass to Jalen. But, we did meet our explosive play goal in the game. I think we had 9 out of 55 plays were explosive. So it was good to meet that goal. But, yeah, we're continuing to do the same thing, make sure we're game planning, runs that create great numbers, angles, and grass, and, find a way to get our playmakers in space, and then do the same thing with our pass game, stretching the defense horizontally and vertically with zone schemes, and complementing our best runs with play action passes to take shots down the field. But I guess at the end of the day, yeah, we want to work to continue generating more and more explosive plays.
James,
Joe, your assessment of just how Anthony played this past week, where it seemed like a bit of a night of extremes, where he obviously has 3 touchdowns and 200 some odd yards. A couple incompletions are a bit long. He converts on 3rd down when it's 3rd and long, but first down passing was a bit tougher. So just your assessment of just how he played and kind of the highs and lows of it.
Yeah, I'd say it was the word I'd use was productive. 20 yards completion, 3 touchdowns, no picks, and then I think right around 50 yards in the run game. Certainly, as you mentioned, some long balls that had an opportunity, some ones that were accurate where we weren't able to connect and maybe had some drops. So definitely did the things that we asked him to do. I think he made real good reads. A couple things in the run game. Maybe you should have pitched the one down on the goal line on the speed option. I think had one more read that should have been a give. But his eyes were in the right place at the right time, and like I say, he was productive.
Jared Denny, Scoop Duck on 3.
Hey, Joe, I know Seven got a few touches in the Arizona game. I'm just wondering if he's separated himself as that 3rd running back a little bit, or if that's still a pretty tight thing between him, Trey, and Byron.
You said 7? Yeah. Yeah, it's those guys. It's really a weekly basis, contingent upon what the game plan requires of the 3rd back. Obviously, CJ and Travis are getting a bulk of the work, and then Trey, Seven, and Byron all bring a little bit something different to the table. And Coach Masher does a great job kind of getting those guys into the situations that best fits their skill set. So yes, the I don't call it a battle, but the competition for playing time and carries and touches between those 3 guys continues to be ongoing, and a lot of it is contingent upon what we're doing in the game plan.
Matt Preem, 247 Sports.
Yeah, Joe, Anthony's had 2 games where he's completed under 50% of his passes. Is there something that you guys can do to up that up? Or I realize there's a lot that goes into play for there, but is that much of a concern right now?
Our and my goal and barometer, we'd like the quarterback to be up around 65% is kind of the standard that I've always used. I think he's right around 57, 58 now for the season. So like I said, a lot of it goes into that. But in just over 4 games, a couple last year, he's I think 9 or 10 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. We're 4-0 with him as a starter, and he's making a positive impact on the team, with his feet. So definitely 1-2, and we'll continue to work to elevate the completion percentage, but not at the expense of us being the number 1 scoring offense in the conference, and the most important statistic, the 4 in the left column and the 0 in the right column. But yes, we want to continue to get that thing up as high as we can, improve the pass game, and get us up to close to 65% would be the goal.
Julian Minnesone, KZI.
Joe, I know Ty only got in there at the very end of the last game, but what are your thoughts on his performances in the last 2 weeks now?
The last 2 weeks, I thought he did a real nice job against Stony Brook. I think we put him in the situation there at the end of the game. The second to last drive, it was 2 handoffs, and then we threw some things down the field on that last drive. And I know the first one he thought he should have connected on, missed a little high on the throw to Vecchi, and then underthrew the one to Ty. So I know Ty is not pleased with the inaccuracy of those balls, but that happens at the end of the game. But it's certainly not that snapshot and those 4 plays aren't indicative of I think his overall performance this season and throughout camp. But it was good to get him in there in a conference game and get him some reps and allow him to throw the ball down the field. And future is very bright for Ty.
Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
You mentioned taking deep shots earlier. I know you guys have taken at least 1 to 3, maybe 4 a game. It seems like a lot of those aren't being connected on. You kind of having had time to assess those. Was there common trends there, and why those aren't working, and how do you guys correct that?
Yeah, we I think we hit 1 to 1 to Red. I hit 1 to Chris. right before the half. One to Johnny that we had a pass interference on, and a couple others towards the end of the game that we didn't connect. When you're taking max protection or shots down the field, your desire is to hit 100% of them. The reality of it is, those are good. They call them 50-50 balls for a reason. So, and the one we threw to Micah, we overthrew that one in the end zone. So 100% of overthrown balls are incomplete. So the ones that are go balls against man-to-man coverage, we got to continue. And then we threw another one to Red right there, kind of bobbled on the same route as Micah. I thought that was good. We got to give those guys a chance when it's man-to-man and we're running go routes. When it's zone, we have to make good decisions when we're stretching the defense horizontally and vertically. But we're going to continue, to take shots down the field and, try to take advantage of matchups and certainly have to improve our completion percentage on those opportunities.
That's all we got time for. Appreciate your time, Coach.
Appreciate your guys' time. Everyone have a great day.